You've given us many reasons to be bullish on Tesla. One of my concerns is lawsuits arriving from FSD. It only takes one lawsuit with ample media coverage to cripple the stock. Accidents happen no matter how hard we try and avoid them. Accidents will be less with FSD, but will still occur. Isn't this a big concern for investors? Great question. And I love the way you're thinking. You always need to be able to look behind the wall and question your thesis all the time. Could this tank Tesla stock? So first of all, and this is a famous football coach, let me know if you know who he is. And I call it the 17th rule of investing. Scared money don't make money, you know? So sometimes people can be over concerned about things they don't need to be concerned about, like World War III. If you're worried about World War III happening, you're not in the market, that's probably a mistake. Same thing for this. If you're worried about FSD crippling Tesla, you're making a mistake. Let me explain why. So Tesla rule number one. Rule number one of Tesla FSD is to avoid crashes, or they call it crash avoidance. The system is designed to avoid accidents at all costs. And to do this, the system uses a variety of sensors, cameras, radar, ultrasonic sensors, etc., to gather information about the surrounding environment. And the system uses this information to make predictions about what other vehicles and objects are going to do. And this is why it is a true AGI use case. And that is, as far as I'm concerned, Tesla is a pure play AI play. But if the system determines that there is potential for a crash, it will take action to avoid it. And in a fraction of a millisecond, it will determine the best course. And that could include braking, steering, or taking evasive action. I remember I used to do crazy things on motorbikes for a long time, and a very famous racer once told me, he said, there's two ways of getting out of an accident on a motorbike. One is brake, but when you brake, you got no control. Number two is accelerate. Sometimes you got to accelerate to get out of the way. Anyway, separate issue. Number two, this is accident avoidance is the number one pillar of FSD. Ross Gerber asked Elon Musk, just to note, there has not been one accident or injury since FSD beta launched. Not one. Not a single one. In that time, 20,000 people have died on the roads in car accidents. Correct, Elon Musk? Knock on wood. And Elon Musk said, yes, correct. So that is first part. Accidents will happen, yes. But Tesla rule number two is build the safest car possible. This car fell off a cliff not far from where I live and landed on rocks. It had two adults and two little kids in the back. Everybody walked away. Okay? And the emergency services that went on site could not believe that they heard voices coming from the car. Any other car would have exploded, but before it exploded, everybody would have been dead anyway from the impact. Everybody survived in this car. Model Y, off a cliff, 300 feet down, into rocks. In addition, Tesla with FSD is more safe, 6x more safe than driving. So on this chart that I put together, these are the miles driven with no crashes. You can see that a typical Tesla with FSD will drive with 6 million miles without a crash. Whereas another car, the average US car, will drive, I think it's 200,000 miles without a crash. So it's a very, very different kind of kettle of fish. In addition, the safety factor, which is the yellow box, it is 6.2 times safer for FSD than any other conventional car. And all of the statistics is from Tesla on the Tesla website. Go check it out. Pretty stunning. So with that, let's look at one other thing as well. Tesla is not just a car company, as a lot of people think. It is 19 startups in one company. And they do insurance as well. Okay. Cars, trucks, semis, Tesla service, seats, infotainment, FSD chip, Dojo beta, autopilot beta, vision tech, beta, insurance, the insurance. They will be holding the bag for their own vehicles. And because their vehicles are safer, they can completely cut the knees off Geico, Progressive, all the traditional incumbents. If I was an insurance company, I would be quaking in my boots. They have an app store. It's very early, robo-taxis coming, superchargers, mega chargers, solar panels, tiles, walls, power walls, grid services, batteries, auto bidder, blah, blah, blah. I mean, the list is kind of incredible. And I'm not even talking about Starlink, SpaceX, XAI, all the other stuff that's coming. It's just, anyway, yeah, they got this covered. So with those combination of factors, don't let the fear of a lawsuit from FSD scare you out? Yes, it's invariable. Accidents will happen, but something like 55,000 people in the US die on the roads. I have no idea how many it is around the world, but it's probably another 600,000 people that die in accidents all the time. These cars prevent death in many ways.